Hello everyone and welcome back. You don't need, as a woman, love to function, to exist. Your daily life doesn't depend on having someone who will love you. You can move on, do everything you want to do if you understand the role love plays in your life. Take for instance, you have someone who says to you he loves you, and this love the person have for you, he's acting to you like this love is something like a kilo of rice he has in a bowl, and if you behave well, he just gives you a little. The day you don't behave well, he holds it back. Any love that you need to get when you deserve it, that love is not real, and you don't need that kind of love at all. Someone who is in love with you is already not normal. That person doesn't have the sense and the time to check when you reciprocate, when you deserve the love, and when not. It's the love that someone needs to act. The love that does not exist, that the person wants to just pretend and show you. That's the love the person is giving you condition for. True love, there's no condition for it. The person will be happy that you will receive him as someone who is out to show you love. The person is pleased, proud, content that you are accepting this love. You're playing along that he loves you, because that person is helpless. The person who loves someone is helpless. The person cannot think in the right senses. All what that person is thinking about is how to please you, to make sure you are comfortable, okay, and there's nothing disturbing you. That is the person who loves you. Because you don't understand what love is all about, how it should be, and you get so desperate and you are worried that you don't have anyone who loves you. And this happens mostly when the women are getting a little bit older, they're getting mature and thinking, oh, I might not get married, I don't have someone who loves me. You must not have a boyfriend or someone who loves you at a particular time. Sometimes people get divorced, or people did not find people who truly love them. They stay. They still move on with their life. This is why it's not good for you to expose yourself to many things, many kind of things that relationship can bring. Anything that will expose you so much in relationship that you get lost, get carried away, that your mind is demanding what is not supposed to demand naturally. Even when that happens, do you remember that some people get involved in so many activities that concerns relationship, at a time they decide to stop and start following God, like repent and say, I don't want that kind of life before. Some people do it like profession, and one day they get up, they say, I don't want that life again. I want to be pure. I want to worship God and be clean in my mind without doing anything that is not of God. Those people still live. So why do you stay and get desperate? Some people, their husband die, they decide not to get married again. Let me focus on my children and take care of my children. Who is loving these people? I think this is all about the consoling part of it. We are human. We need someone to support us. Women, we need somebody to be there. We need this strong person, somebody who is more, a little bit wiser in another way. We don't say things as women. And somebody who will give us this backbone when there's something. This is what we need. This natural understanding that there's a man in our life who supports us. It's not really about you having someone who loves you. There are some people who are married and their husband never showed them any concern, any love. They just live there like there's no relationship. Those people also move on. So why should somebody put you in a place where the person will start rationing this love for you, on trying to make you, oh, you know, if you don't love me, I'm not going to love you. If you don't do this, you don't be submissive. If you don't do this, you have to do everything the way I want. When it's not going according to the way I want, I'm not going to love you. Then this is a kind of tricking. We should really know the people who love us, because somebody who loves us will want the best for us. The person won't be giving us something that we need to beg to have. We need to suffer to have it. Someone who loves you doesn't want you to suffer, don't want to see you at all uncomfortable. The person wants to make sure that every time you are at ease, asking you, are you okay? Is there anything you need? Is there anything I need to do for you so that you are okay? This is somebody who loves you. Let's not misunderstand this love we are looking for with two hands dragging it. Let's know when somebody really loves us, and let's know how we need this love on our own so that our life does not depend on it. Let's not get too desperate for love that people can take what belongs to us, destroy our life, and take our future, dominate it, because we are so crazy and desperate about having somebody who loves us. Sometimes women, we think, oh, this guy is so special, he's so fine, because we and beautiful thing, we have this bond. Oh, this guy is so fine, I'm not going to leave him for another person, or he's so rich, I can't just leave him and go to another person. And you are in that relationship, you are not really loved. You don't get the love as people think you are getting it. You are just here suffering, whiling the time, and there's no relationship, though you really need this love. And like I said in one of my videos, let this love not be like it's something you are paying for, that you need to buy it. Because anything you do to get love, in order for that person to love you, to give you that love you want, let it not be that you are sacrificing so much just because you want to get love. Like I said in that video, when love is like this, it means that this love is something like when you are thirsty, you need something to drink. You're so thirsty, you are desperate. Give me just a drop of water. Let me just cool my thirst. And the person comes and give you this thing, because he doesn't give it to you every time. He gives it to you once and take it back. You long much for it. Yeah, give me. Let it not be that the person have a kind of, I'll call it enslavement, to put you in a way that you are not desperate. You're like addicted to this love. You're like somebody who is taking something, and without that thing you can't move on with your life, because this person giving you this thing small and taking it back is making you to say bring it. And when it's making you like bring it, the person is now using it to manipulate you, to a kind of distract your life. How you're supposed to do things, you can't be doing it again, because you are so addicted and dependent on that person. You have become so attached to the person that you can't do without that person, because that person has that thing the person have to give you. And anybody who is doing like that does not even have single likeness for you, because somebody who loves you wouldn't give you something you need to beg or ask or wait or do something, that the person want to put you into that space where you have to struggle and you have to go through something to get something. That is no love. Don't forget this. Always remember this, because this is not good for you. You are somebody who is so desperate about something that you are trying to do something, no matter what it is, that's so uncomfortable to get this thing, what you think you need, when in the actual sense you don't need it. It's just like you falling in love with someone who is not the right person, somebody who is beating you, who is making your life miserable. Friends, family advise you, this relationship you are in is not good for you, that you have to quit and leave it. Though you love this person, just say for instance they have advised you to leave, and it's a right thing for you to leave. How do you leave them when you cannot hold yourself back and tell yourself, this is not love? This person is just punishing me and pretending that he's loving me by giving me this love like this. This is not love. If a woman cannot get hold of herself and know when to withdraw from any love, any relationship that is no longer wise, that is no longer helping you, but taking your time and draining you out, is no longer good for you. That thing that you have to suffer go through a lot to get, it's no longer good for you. And it's you who knows that this is not good for you. Sometimes we hide it. We say, this thing, don't say it to everybody. Don't say it to anybody. And you are in it. It's biting only you. Only you is going through this kind of a thing. And you wouldn't do something to save yourself from this situation. Sometimes you think, when this person go, I'm not going to continue. How can I can't even imagine to live without this person. It's all in your hands to know what is good for you. Somebody that is not good for you, when that person think you are not good enough to deserve this love, there's no need for you to be there, because the person has already moved on by putting you by the side and seeing you as an object. I filter this water filter when I want. If I don't want, let it be dating. I pour water into this flower when I want. When I don't want, let it be there. When it has to do with love, that the person really loves you, the person doesn't need to give you the love when the person wants and wish and decide. How can the love you get from somebody be on that person's decision when he wants to give it to you? We need to do a lot of checking our heart and checking what is happening in our life. Someone, we're not talking about money here. We're talking about that same feeling, what the person should have for you. And for that person to give you that feeling, to show it to you, you have to do something to get it. What's the difference? It means you are paying this person like you're paying, you are like now a woman paying somebody who is like a prostitute for you to get that love you deserve from that person. There's no difference, because you have to pay. You have to do something to get the love that you are normally supposed to get free. You're supposed to get it so free that you think it's too much. I'm getting this too much, that sometimes it's the duty of a woman to say, no, it's enough now. I don't want, leave me alone. I don't want, let me rest, let me stay. Now the person is trying to tell you that what other people are saying is too much, leave me alone. That you have to crawl and beg and suffer, make yourself uncomfortable to get it. It's not making any sense. The early you begin to understand this thing and set yourself free from this kind of relationship, it's not helping. It's not helping at all, because the person has turned you to another thing. I don't know the kind of names I'm allowed to mention here. The person has turned you to something else. The person is no longer seeing you as a human. For that person, you no longer reach that person he can give the love to. You don't deserve it. So this is why you have to climb some steps to get to that place to deserve that love. I don't know if I'm making sense. I don't know if I'm communicating with somebody. Because you are not up to the level. You are not pretty enough. You're not intelligent enough. Whatever the person thinks, the person needs to get to that place, to be able to deserve that love. You've not reached there. Because you're too low, you have to do some things. Because of those things you have done, that's why you will deserve the love. So don't let anybody deceive you. Love comes naturally. It comes naturally. And when you leave that person, if you are able to leave that person or make the person know that that love, you don't need it. When love is like this, I don't need it. The person will understand that you have come to understand. The person will no longer use you or see you as a fool. This is one thing you need to know. Anytime somebody is trying to tell you that you don't deserve this love, you deserve it only when you do something, you need to let the person understand that you do not need that love. That love is not the right one. You don't need it. Will you also sometimes stay and ask yourself, if this love the person is giving me like this is so sweet that I'm enjoying it or whatever, it's something that's so special, how will the natural one be? How will it be when I stay like this? Somebody loves me and loves me unconditionally and do everything for me because he loves me. I'm in safe hand. How does that one feel like? At least you need to know so that you will have time to compare. Because sometimes when people have not really loved you naturally, this is most problem we have. Then we start to get things twisted. When there are not much people, you've not really seen few people who really love you, who can do everything for you, then you start getting this love wrong. Like you start getting some things misunderstood. Like you thinking, this love the person is giving me is the best love I can ever get. If not for this love, I will never get love. You sometimes hear that some people are 70 something, 60 something, whatever, and they remarry. Or people have not married before. I will remember something. I met people who have kids who said they have married before, but at the time they meet this person, they say, nobody treats me like this, because they thought after they leave that place and go to another place, they will never have a love like that. So love is everywhere. When you bring yourself to a class, to a place where the person will come to understand that you're no longer stupid, that you know what love is, and that you want the one that is unique, you want the natural one that comes freely. When you begin to make the person understand, even you don't need too much talk, it's something we need to be smart about, let's say like that. It's something we need to just be a little bit intelligent about. You are doing your love, at the same time you put your sense in it. You don't use sense to love somebody, but you use sense in the kind of love the person is offering you. The kind of love the person is going to give to you, or the person has been giving you. You need to think about them. This is when you have to be intelligent or smart to ask yourself, what kind of love am I receiving? Every day you check through, am I loved here or not? Because you need to receive that love. You need the love. But for somebody to love somebody, is the man who needs it. He needs to love somebody. He needs it, not you. So somebody can be coming to you and be making for you, do you know, if you don't do this, I don't do this. No, you have to understand. And you feeling that you are special and you are so good, you are perfect the way God made you, is another thing. Because we're thinking that we are so less, that no one can have us, nobody needs us, nobody will see us and find us attractive. Whatever we think that is wrong with us is the main reason we are getting so desperate. Because like me, who have two big tummy, my big tummy, because I can't speak good English, I didn't do my master's. You start looking for faults why you are not good enough for the person. When you now bring yourself so down, so finish yourself to lowest level, then men will start to toy with you, play with you, because you have lost your self-esteem. You no longer can carry yourself and look at yourself and say, oh, I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. There's nobody they can choose if not him. We need to put this in our head. We don't need to be good. We don't just need to be good. We just have to tell ourselves we are good. Because God has made us and made us perfect. So we are too good. We understand what love is all about. So there's no way somebody can come to trick us with the name love. We understand it and we cross the understanding of what love, real love looks like. How people could love people, treat them, give them love, and how love could be received. We know it. So you can't fool us with love. We have crossed that boundary. As we get mature, we read books, we watch videos, we see many things. We should know what real love is and differentiate the both when somebody is dealing with us, using us, and mentioning love in that thing we are doing with that person. Love somebody is going to give you is not something somebody should discuss about. We're not talking about the person should buy you diamond ring or what. We're saying love the person should give you. There's nothing to discuss. There's nothing to talk. It's not even something you should ask somebody. It should come freely. And when it comes, you receive it. When it's not coming, you stay on your own. Why would you bribe somebody to give you the love? How are you going to enjoy it? Me, when I beg you for something, I beg you for the thing somehow. When you give it to me, I don't know how to use it. So you wouldn't also wait for me to beg you to love me, and when you bring the love, I don't know what I'm going to do. It will make me like, I just on film and I sit down, now you're acting. Why do you need somebody to act for you? You need the love. You need the love that is genuine. A unique love. A love that comes from the innermost part of the person. The love that wherever the person is, he doesn't need to remember you and think of you. That the person, your thought is with the person. Whenever the person thinks of you, his thought is of good to you, not how to take your money, take what belongs to you, render you useless, dump you, and go and look for somebody who deserves his love. This is why it's only women. It's women that men who God has given work and say, you people should love. Women don't really treat them, rub them off what they want because of love. Then we, who God said we should receive the love, we allow ourselves to be played with, all in the name of love. Love is not running away. Even if we don't get love, if there's one we have gotten before, or we wait until when we meet love, wherever love is, there's no need going to kill yourself because of love. Breaking your head because you want to get love. Like someone who has never gotten anything, and this love, you're so desperate to have it, because if you don't have it, something will happen. Even when somebody is not married or never married, never had a boyfriend relationship that lasted for 1 week, I don't know why somebody should be desperate because of what, friends, neighbors, or what is it that will make you get so desperate to have someone who cannot love you? Before you start a relationship in the first place, you should have seen the amount of love that person has to offer, and you stay with that person. You see that that person doesn't have love. You do your good. Do everything that every good person needs to do. Every niceness you need to play to make sure that that person sees that you're a good person. And it's the duty of the person to decide if you deserve love or you don't deserve love. Let the person decide if you deserve this is love or not. It's not something you should work for, disturb yourself for. You are not supposed to ask for it. When you ask for love, it's no longer natural. It's no longer sweet. Let love find you. Come naturally, wherever you are, and you should receive it with good hearts, with big arms, because it's your love. Any love that is not your own, you're forcing yourself for, cannot last. The person is not going to be there for long to give you this love. You're not going to enjoy it. It's like you having something that belongs to someone else, because one day that person will take that love he's rationing for you and take it to the person who owns it and hand it over to the person. Then you have nothing. So the earlier you begin to know if this love is for keep, is it your love or it's not yours, the better for you. There is no need to get desperate for love at all. No need. And someone who doesn't love you, it doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter what you do, that person cannot love you, because inside that person's heart, the person is going to look for that person. This is why no matter what you do for this, I don't know if it's called sugar boy, like gigolo, somebody who is not your age mate, kind of, who is seeing you because of what the person gets from you, that person must go and get that person his heart wants. So love is not something you will do something for. There's nothing you can give for somebody, for a man for that matter, to love you in expectation of love, that the person will give you the love. It's not going to work. And protecting your heart is the most important thing to discuss about love, because if you don't know, love can destroy you, because make you not to trust another person who is supposed to love you, make you think there's no reason to get married or to live with somebody or to have kids or to even try any relationship. So it's better you know what love is all about. These days, love is not like love before, years back when we were younger. This love, you love it with lies, because many wrong people out there who are out to do everything, who are more desperate than you to get anything, even to, I don't know what to say here, you know. So it's better that we are careful, very careful, when we love, when we want to get love, when we want to receive love, who we are giving our love and time to. Let's make sure that that love is unique, that is something we will remember with happiness, not with regret. let that love not cause us any pain at all. That love, we should not feel any uncomfortability for it. Let's receive love. Let's be able to know which one is love, which love is real, which love means well for us. Let's not labor in vain, waste our time for nothing, for someone who do not have any feelings for us at all, because we are desperate, our eyes are closed, our brains stop working, because we are the one who are in love. We stay in a relationship with ourselves, thinking that we are in love with that person, because this person do not love us. The person is seeing clear. It's just like you say with somebody who is drunk. You are drunk and the person is not. So the person knows everything what the person is doing, and you are drunk. So all what you are acting for the person sit down very cautious, intelligent, because the person knows what the person is doing and the person is watching you play the drama. Then you begin to mess up, behaving, anything you are acting looks so stupid. Look at her. The person will be seeing you as a fool. See all what you're doing, because the person's eyes are very clear. So it's better for you to love who is loving you. Love who has that love for you. Love who has time, who will not see you as a stupid person messing up and saying love. It's good for you. And it's a shameful thing for a woman for us to love the wrong person, thinking that somebody who does not love us is a waste of time. And it's a shame for us somehow, because when we think about it, we start thinking, what was that person thinking about me that time when we are together, since the person do not love me like this? So let's know, let's try. If it's possible, test the person in many ways to find out if the person have that feelings for us, what we call love, or is it just a trick to obtain from us. Let's really see who we are doing the relationship with, than to be there and go through this pain for nothing. Waste our time for nothing. You know, we have a biological clock. You know, our time is going to know another person is not easy, because men are not easy to find the good ones. So let's just be careful how we go about this. Take your time, do some research, read your Bible, know what this love is all about. Listen some preaching. They're talking about relationship, love, whatever, so that when you see love, you can recognize it. It's good. Something, you know, when you bring tangerine, yeah? You bring orange, you can tell the difference. Try to tell the difference between the two. Say, this is it, this is not it, so that nobody will fool you. You now know the difference. Nobody will fool you. It's very important for you, for your heart, for your life, for your safety. This is so good for you to know the difference between these two and don't get fooled by anyone. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for subscribing to my channel and watching my video. I wish to have you here next time. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this video. You're able to understand what I was trying to explain, that I was able to hit 1 or 2 points for you to understand what I'm saying. If this video makes sense to you, please give this video a thumbs up, and we hear from each other next time. Thank you so much.
Bye.